is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This ain't clout. This ain't clout.
Young Nine in the house with us tonight. We're gonna wait until some more people come into the building to kick it with us. Salute, salute, welcome back. Please hit the like button when you come in. Please hit the like button when you come in. Share the live.
Don't break, don't break.
Every lie getting heavy. Feel the weight that it takes.
Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
No silence, no fear.
We've been carrying pressure. Carry that.
Everybody
if it's
share the
dark,
live,
we bringing
please.
light. Now it's now, or it's never. Right now.
Truth game, we've been standing through the pain and the rain.
Do it all.
So have.
Every loss, every tear, yeah, we carry the name.
Say they name.
No matter where
Say they
we
name.
still stand.
Still stand.
10 toes in the fire, this the truth game.
Sitting down.
We don't move our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah, we double check that. If it don't add up, then we questioning it. If it's hidden in the dark, we addressing it. They want silence, they want fear, they want control. They want
not giving
narratives
it.
that we don't
Salute,
expose.
Sylvia.
But we built
What are
different,
you,
yeah, we
Angela
come
Nelson?
from truth.
Hey, Michelle
Don't walk
Burks.
down
Been looking
truth
for you,
just
baby.
to make it sound smooth.
No, we ain't running from nothing but a lie. And when we do run, we running towards the truth. Go time.
Every step heavy, but we still don't fold.
We don't fold,
Truth
ever.
worth more than gold. Worth more. Truth game. We been hurting, but we still don't break.
Don't break, don't break, don't break.
Every lie getting heavy. Feel the weight that it takes. That weight.
It ain't easy out here
We want the
in these streets, I swear. Hey, Big Eater. Salute, fam, salute.
Nothing but
We just waiting on other people to come in.
They
Listen
quiet
to the
when it
words.
matter, but we loud for 'em. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for 'em.
still crying.
They want a check, try to sell the pain. But we want truth, we want real names.
Hey, Barbara J.
Ain't no
Salute,
healing if
baby.
the truth heal. No healing, ain't no peace if they slide it.
Ain't right.
They politic, trying to twist the story. They lie.
All the
We
time.
10 toes, yeah, we fight for it.
Stand on it.
We done seen cover-ups, we done seen delay. We done seen evidence get pushed away.
Pushed out.
We done seen families cry with no answers, while the truth get buried under lies and distractions. But we still here and we still pushing forward. Even when they get heavy, we going hard. It's bigger than views, bigger than fame. This about justice, this about names.
Say they names. It's for every mom
Say they
still
name.
crying, still crying. It's for every name they keep high. Say they names.
Say they names in
It's
the
for
comments,
every
y'all.
truth they denying. They lie. We still here. We still rising. We rise. Truth game. We been hurting, but we still don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Every lie getting heavy. Feel the weight that it takes. That weight.
No silence, no fear, we been carrying pressure.
Carry that.
carry the name.
Hey, Manny.
No matter where it lead, we still stand.
Truth gang.
10 toes in the fire, it's the truth gang.
We want the truth.
Salute everybody that's in the building. Thank you so much for coming back to kick it with us tonight. We want the truth and nothing but the truth. Y'all hear it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Auntie Leah. Put a 2 in the chat if you cannot hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're able to hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not able to hear me. Thank you so all for coming back on short notice. Salute Barbara J for my first super chat in the building. Everybody feel free to help meet the goal if you want to, if you can. If you cannot, I'm not worried about it. I just appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. But baby, thank you so much. Good to see you too as well. And happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. I swear, what a week it has been for the Truth Gang. Salute Teresa. Salute Sylvia. Salute Kanisha, Sanders. Salute. Welcome, baby. I'm so glad that you are here with us tonight. J9, he's here. He's probably eating something. Y'all know how nephew is. Disrespectful.
No, I ain't eating that. I'm sharing the loud and telling everybody we on.
Everybody should have laughed because they don't push what we do, but we're gonna keep doing it, even though we're accused of making thousands and thousands of dollars in somebody's name. We're not even gonna worry about that either. But I want you guys to know that I'm human, man. My platform has been affected by the lies that have been spread. So every once in a while, I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna feel like quitting. I'm gonna feel defeated. Sometimes, hey, Martian invader, welcome. Y'all charge it to my head, not my heart, because as you see, I continue to get. Even though I look bipolar, I ain't bipolar. I'm emotional. I am an emotional being. But salute, thank you for everybody that's came back to chill with us tonight. It has been one heck of a week tonight. This past week on Facebook, man, we have been in the debate of our lives. I have been accused of basically intentionally trying to side rail the Kendrick Johnson investigation because I don't believe a certain person is Rick Bell. That's not true. That's not my intentions. My intentions is to disband misinformation. And if I cannot prove for a fact that somebody is this certain person because I want him to be that person so bad, I'm not going to just run with it. Somebody had the nerve to put that in my comments. Somebody had the nerve to say, well, that's Rick Bell, and if it ain't, we're going to say it is anyway. Come on, man. How can anybody win justice or a case or any criminal charges be brought up on that mindset? Even if it's not him, we're going to say it is anyway. We as a community have to be smarter than that. We as a community, have to recognize opposition, the things that they allow out there because they're lies to deliberately halt this family from getting justice. Now, I never said, I'm just going to be honest with you. I just don't believe it. Hey, Beth, I just don't believe it. And I try to break it down in the video. But maybe we need to watch that video again. Because I certainly did try to break it down regarding what Mr. Tooley said, which Mr. Tooley is the father of Mrs. Jackie Johnson. And I just don't believe. I could have swore I uploaded this. I know I uploaded this. Hold on. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it. But he's the father, and he called a G. And I'm not saying that this guy. I mean, it looks like a GBI uniform. You know what I'm saying? It looks like one because I did my research, and people act like I don't do research. I actually do, and it takes days and weeks sometimes for me to actually make a finding. And I found out that GBI agents actually have different uniforms for whatever division that they are in. And I also found out that even the director of the GBI will come out in a uniform as well. So that's neither here or there. But let's just talk about this. And I had somebody else tell me, Why do you not want that to be Rick Bell so bad? Like I'm the op, right? Like I've been paid to say it. No, baby. It's not that I don't want it to be Rick Bell. Okay, because I clearly want to find the man if he was there on the crime scene, right? But what I don't want is somebody who is not Rick Bell. In the public to believe he is, and he's not, because that would not bring justice to Kendrick Johnson and his family. Not lies, not misinformation. They out there pushing about, yeah, that's Rick, that's Rick. No, it's not to me. I can't confirm that because I can't reconcile in my mind why Mr. Tooley would just blatantly say in a sworn affidavit that Stride Jones, Chris Prime, the bail guy in the GBI uniform, the bail guy, the GBI agent, the superintendent, Wes Taylor, and some other guy will come into a room with the family, that includes Mrs. Johnson, and talk to them about not being able to identify Kendrick's body. And I've never heard Miss Johnson or Mr. Johnson ever say that in their lives, that was Rick Bell. We got to think about this. They've never proclaimed that publicly, that Rick Bell came into the room with other law enforcement dressed in a GBI uniform, and he's clearly FBI, disguised as GBI, to talk to them about the discovery, not the discovery, but the identification of Kendrick Johnson's body. We got to think about that. That's profound. That tells me that there's a lookalike. There's somebody that looks like Rick Bell that was in the GBI at that time, because you know that they would have won a lawsuit just based off that fact. If Rick Bell was in a GBI uniform, knowing he's FBI, in the room with the family talking about how they can't identify Kendrick's body at the scene or at that time, that is obstruction of justice. They would have won based off that. It would have been dug into by the high authorities. Come on, guys. Come on. This is not me. This is not me trying to discredit a lawsuit or an investigation. This is me trying to get everybody to see that this lie has been put out there on purpose. You understand what I'm saying, nephew?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you yes ma'am me. I know I'm old and I could be your mammy, but don't you? I'm just playing, nephew. But no, I'm trying to open up people's eyes. Open up your eyes. They want this lie out there. That wasn't him. Let me just pull it up real quick. Come on, let's just take a look, man. And it's not my job to discredit, but it dang sure is my job to find the truth. Am I right about it, nephew? We're going to find the truth. And if that means the world got to be against me, and I look like an op, so be it, as long as 10 people understand what I'm saying. That this right here does not look like, to me, Rick Bell. It doesn't. Sorry. I'm looking at the man's features. I'm looking at his hair color. I'm looking at his stature. This guy right here, he doesn't. But hey, believe what you guys want to believe. But it is a distraction because we've been arguing in the comments for a week. For a whole week. Let me put a side by side up. Yes, they look similar. Yes, they look similar. That's why they don't care if it's out there, because they look similar. Let them think that. If they try to bring that to before a judge, we'll discredit it then. And then that'll discredit everything that they bring up. Trust me, that is their goal. That is their goal. Wake up, people. Wake up, my people. I know we're smarter than that. They didn't think that we were smarter than that. Right? But we are smarter than that. I'll bring up the side by side for you. And y'all, again, believe what you want to believe. By any means, believe what you want to believe. Okay? But Auntie not going to believe that. Auntie is not going to believe that this former FBI agent is that stupid to dress up deliberately in a whole agency's different a uniform, go before the family in said uniform and talk to them. Don't make sense, guys. This guy, he's smart. He's doing all this. Actually, in my opinion, he's behind all of the spread of the misinformation. If you ask me, And no, it's not going to let me bring up the side by side. And I don't know why, but it is not going to allow me to do it. But you guys, I can look at it on my Facebook. Hold on, let me go get it. We can look at it on my Facebook. Let me just bring it up. And everybody, please don't don't inbox me right now, because your name will pop up, because I'm on my Facebook. It'll pop up, and I am so protective of any source that comes to us in private and states they do not want their identity revealed. Do not inbox me right now, because I'm pulling up my Facebook page, and they will see. They will see. Okay, so I'm asking you politely, just don't inbox right now. Let me find the most recent post, and I'll let you see the side by side, and then we'll read Mr. Tooley's. Well, we got a video about it, and then we'll read it as well, right? I just want our people to be well informed with the truth. With the truth. All right, so I don't really have a side by side, but anyway, I'll bring up. Hold on. It's always technical difficulties here, but that's this unknown GBI agent. Somebody said that his name was Vernon Keenan. I brought up Vernon Keenan, and Vernon Keenan did look like kind of favor him in 2009. Kind of favor him, but this photo was from 2018. I cannot say that this is him as a fact, because he looks older than this guy that's in this picture. So I don't even really want to show that, because I can't even really tell if that's him or not. But anyway, let's watch the video first, and then I'll try to find a side by side. Hold on, let's watch the video, and let me know if you guys can see the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music down, and let's just watch this together. Because guys, what I don't want to do is I don't want the Johnsons to be out there with the same stuff. They got to find truth, factual evidence, and let's do it.
Family, something is still not right in the Kendrick Johnson case. Let's slow this all the way down and walk through this carefully. In Eddie Tooley's deposition, he refers to a man as a bell guy, and he says that man was with the GBI. Now, that raises a serious question, because if that bell guy was Rick Bell, then why would he be there speaking with Kendrick Johnson's family and friends during the early stages of this case?
Be smart.
Rick Bell was known as an FBI agent, not GBI, and the FBI is not typically involved at the beginning of what is being treated as a local death investigation. So what exactly was going on here? Was Mr. Tooley mistaken about the agency? Did he confuse FBI with GBI? Did he misidentify the man altogether? Or was there actually another Bell involved that has never been clearly explained? Now, let's go deeper. If the attorneys in that deposition knew that Rick Bell was FBI and not GBI, why was that not clearly corrected on the record? Why allow Bell Guy and GBI to sit together in testimony without locking in exactly who Mr. Tooley was referring to? That matters. Names matter, agencies matter, roles matter, timelines matter. So now I have questions. If Rick Bell was there, what was his role? Why was he communicating with the Johnson family and their circle? Was he there officially, unofficially, or is this a case of mistaken identity? If it was mistaken identity, why was that not clarified immediately? Did they not think it mattered? Or did they allow confusion to remain in the atmosphere? Because that confusion is exactly why people still question the handling of this case. When witnesses are left saying, Bell Guy, when agencies are blurred, when identification of the body changes, when access changes, when records carry discrepancies, people are going to ask questions, and they should. I am not here to push rumor as fact. I am here to ask why so many critical details were left unclear. Was Rick Bell the Bell Guy Mr. Tooley meant? Was it another man entirely? Or was this confusion allowed to exist because clarity would have created even bigger questions.
Absolutely.
Something is not right in the Kendrick Johnson case. Let the evidence speak. May Eddie Will Tooley rest in peace. Truth Gang.
All right, guys. So let's just think about that. I mean, I know we've talked about it, but I just want to be clear that no, my goal is not to try to discredit, right? My goal is to help. Even though I've been made to look like my goal is not to help, that's not true, guys. That's not true. You got the ones that know me know that that is not true. So what do you all think? I want you guys to drop it in the comments. We can respectfully have this conversation. All right? Drop your opinions. Because I have some people saying, oh, well, he was disguised. Okay, so if he was disguised, I still think that Mrs. Johnson and her family would have recognized him. Even today, I still think that they would have said something about Rick Bell was in the room with us and was talking, while they was telling us that we can't identify Kendrick's body. I think they would have said that in an interview. Don't you guys think that?
I feel like a lot of stuff that has been shined on the case now, is like certain people want to grab hold to and push it out there as facts to manipulate people when that's not our goal. We highlight stuff and we let the community have their opinion on it. Like it be important, you know what I'm saying, to highlight, but it don't be as important to say anything facts, because
Right.
that misdirect people in
Right.
in their thought process. Like if we put it out there, we're gonna be like, hey, what y'all think about this? We're gonna say it allegedly. Ain't nothing we, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so much in this case that we just can't put as concrete. But, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different things going on with the case. So all we can do is come together as a community and see if we can keep everything out, and we come to a conclusion and on the things that we try to highlight.
Right. I agree, nephew. I mean, that one comment I cannot forget, man. I can't forget. And I had to actually repost this again because somebody was literally going down my comment section trying to convince people, trying to overturn the findings, like persuade people that this is Rick Bell. Why does she not want it to be Rick Bell? Why? When I've never said that. I've never said that I didn't want it to be him. I never said that he wasn't on the scene. But this is what they're trying to make out. And we definitely have not been paid off. We're not ops of this family. We're not. Actually, we are still, man, I can't even explain it. Still literally genuinely trying to help, even though daily we're basically crucified. Happy Easter. Have we risen? I'm not even playing with Jesus like that. I'm not gonna play with Yeshua's day like that. But yeah, we still want to help. We still care about Kendrick Johnson. That's who we really are fighting for. Okay, Michelle, baby, you're welcome. And Sylvia, thank you so much. I didn't mean to skip over your gift. Thank you for blessing the channel. But yes, we have people. Hey, Retania, I got your name right, didn't I? But yes, we got people in the comments trying to keep this going, and I'm like, listen, I'm going to change the subject because it's friction in the comments, and people are going to believe what they want to believe. Then you have some people who's like, oh, I see what you're saying, because they're thinking outside of the box. They're trying to reconcile everything in their mind. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why would he risk, being, hit with obstruction of justice charges that they can prove?
The thing is, people got to go into this case open-minded. I'm talking about open-minded in every possible way that you can imagine. Some things that we sit here and say will be reasonable if the circumstances was different. But there's so much going on with this case. You just cannot just go into saying like, and be like, oh, this is what it is, or this is what it is, or
Mm-hmm.
we having sympathy for these people, we have sympathy for these people because we do not know people's intentions. That's why, and that's one of the main things I say. If it's gonna be justice for KJ, let it be justice for KJ. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Until y'all know the facts of what's going on with everybody's agenda, because everything that's going on with this case is mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Is all over the place.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? It's really all over the place. So you have to go into this very open hearted, very open minded. No sympathy besides the fact that we care about what happened to KJ, because
Right.
that was really messed up what happened to KJ.
Absolutely. I agree. Now, what May May said is very interesting because this is the like a new narrative that was introduced. She's saying that she think he disguised himself, and I think they're afraid to admit it. Who do you think is afraid to admit it? You think that is the GBI that's afraid to admit it, the FBI that's afraid to admit it, or is it the Johnsons? I don't think the Johnsons would be afraid to admit it. And I believe and know that the Johnsons would know Rick Bell if they see him.
That would have been came out a long time ago.
Exactly. That would have been in their lawsuits, May May.
Not when we don't find a photo and seen somebody that resemble him and be like, dog, why did you look like Darren Rick Bell?
Hmm.
It wasn't came out all of a sudden.
Right. It would have been in their obstruction of justice lawsuit. Because if Rick Bell came into that room disguised in a GBI agent's uniform and talked to this family, along with Chris Pine, along with Wes Taylor, and along with Stride Jones, like Mrs. Johnson's father said that the Bell guy did, the GBI Bell guy did, don't you know that would have been
O-
everywhere.
Only if they had the evidence.
Right.
Now, if they didn't have the evidence, it wouldn't even matter. And that's what people have to realize about this case too. A lot of things are not getting done
Mm-hmm.
because it's really not no evidence on it.
That's true.
Like, so we see certain things.
Because they destroyed it. Yeah.
We see certain things, but at the end of the day, nobody can just bring in mystified evidence to get anybody charged for anything.
And guys, you're right. And the ones that are still saying that he could disguise himself, blah, 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 this is what I refuse to believe, despite of what's going on. I do not believe that the Johnsons are dumb at all. If we're going to believe that the Johnsons was in that room with this Bell guy, Rick Bell, dressed up as GBI, and he's disguised, and they never noticed it, they never spoke about it, they're not even speaking about that they were talking to Rick Bell again today, then we are basically calling them dumb. Because that would have been in their lawsuit. And I'm not going to call them dumb.
The Johnsons ain't dumb,
Mm-mm.
and obviously from what we see with our own eyes,
Mm-hmm.
Rick Bell ain't dumb either.
Neither. And neither am I.
This man,
Sorry.
this man have did so much to this case to where you can't get a conviction.
Right. Yes. Come on now. They some smart people. The Johnsons are not dumb by far. They would have known that was Rick Bell. Hey, the daddy called him the Bell guy. The daddy basically said Rick Bell in the GBI uniform, and Sarah Prime, his attorney said, "Oh," because he knew. But they did not attempt to correct him. Multiple times they asked him about Rick Bell. The Bell guy. I didn't even post everything, but they were setting him up. They were setting him up for this misinformation. They wanted him to believe that. And absolutely, I don't believe that the Johnsons are dumb by far. They would have recognized who Rick Bell was. Miss Jackie was in the room with her daddy. She was there at the deposition with her daddy. So was Mr. Johnson. Come on, y'all. Y'all basically saying that they ignorant when they not. The reason why they haven't said nothing about it because it wasn't him. Period. Now, I don't know who he is because there is nobody that was at. I can't find any public record of a GBI agent with the last name Bell. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I can't find any public record on that. I can't confirm it as a fact. But there are people that look like this guy at the GBI. Most definitely people that look like him. I'll show you one. He's just older now. Somebody said it was him, but because I can't confirm it as a fact, I'm not going to say this is him for a fact. I can't say that. Guys, I'll show it to you. And this is like 5 years later, but I can't say that this is him as a fact, y'all. Now, I corrected my findings months ago. But this thing done stuck and went viral about this being Rick Bell in this picture, and I'm trying to get people to understand it's not.
Your video,
But
your live stuck too.
I'm froze.
Yeah, it's back now. I
Oh,
guess
I think,
I had to say something. I had
well,
to say something.
I think it freezes when I go off of StreamYard. I go to another tab. That's what I
I
think.
wonder why. Because if I do go anywhere, it just goes to my back screen thing.
Listen, my computer has been acting up lately, guys, and I can't even explain some of the things that are going on. But it's resetting itself. I mean, I'm talking about doing a hard reset and everything.
That ain't good.
No, I do have security, but at this time, I just don't even care. I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody said it was him. I can't say that for a fact, but this is 5 years later. Now, he does at the bottom, look, his mouth at the bottom does look like him with a shaved mustache. He does. But as a fact, just take a mental note. But as a fact, can I say that it's him? No. But from it kind of looks like him. These pictures are 5 years apart. Someone says that the reason why he has a patch on the right and left is because he was a director of the GBI at that time. He was a director. But me saying that was him as a fact, I can't confirm that. Do they look alike? Yes. Can Auntie say that was definitely Lee Vernon Keenan? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here you are. Remove ad. From the... I mean, it looks... He's just smiling in this one with no mustache. It looks like him, but I can't say it is him. 100% fact. Right? I'm not going to do that. And you're absolutely right. They're not dumb. You don't think that the Johnsons would wanted to admit it out of... No, they're fearless. They're fearless. And like I said, I wouldn't feel so strongly about this if they would have came out and said it years ago, or even right now they haven't said it, that Rick Bell was disguised in the GBI uniform in the room talking to them alongside Stride Jones, Chris Prime, Wes Taylor, and another agent, another GBI agent or whatever. No. Johnson's are smart. Johnson's are very smart. They would have said that a long time ago. They would have sued him with this evidence, with this photo. With this photo and with the fact that he was in the room with them. They would have sued. This would have won them a lawsuit. This would have probably led to criminal charges. Don't you think? Absolutely. Absolutely. In my opinion. But guys, like I said, we got to move past this because this is not the most important. I mean, it would be very important if it was true. And they probably would have won a obstruction of justice lawsuits a decade ago. If it was true. But I just don't believe it is. And it's okay to disagree, right? It's okay to disagree. We can, but we got to keep going with the facts. Like, I'm mad at their attorney. At that time, who was their attorney? Attorney Cheney King, something like that. I'm mad at their attorney. Mad at their attorney. And I'll explain why. Because I'm reading through their depositions. And all that I see is I do not recall that as answers from the Johnsons. And I'm looking at their attorney like, why would you even, how do I say this? Why would you even allow, it's your fault It's your fault, in my opinion. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about he was a civil rights leader, blah, blah, blah. A paid op is a paid op. Because I'm trying to figure out, why would you allow them to file lawsuits without any evidence to support the claims that you put in the lawsuit? You put them there. And then when they're asked to produce evidence, is I don't recall. I don't recall. Hey, Will Shirley, I don't recall. How in the world did you ever thought that they was going to be able to win something like that? So I'm mad at you, Mr. King. Why didn't you go find the evidence for them if some existed? We know they destroyed a lot, right, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
But we always do believe that God has a ram in the bush. We believe that. We believe that with all our hearts. But when I'm reading the depositions, it's I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't recall. And I'm flabbergasted. Like, because I know they didn't do that themselves. I know they didn't make that decision by themselves. Their attorney advised them to say that. Paid opposition, guys. You guys know, remember when we talked about that? I think it was the last live, when somebody was paid to insert themselves into their circle as under the guise that they were there to help and assist in the win in the fight with them, only to sabotage. Those are not answers. Those are not answers. And you put all these accusations in this lawsuit and told them to say, I don't recall. No evidence to produce. You need to pay the $300,000 they was ordered to pay, Mr. King. Anyway, I'll release a little bit. I'm trying to be careful about what I release. I know I'm following the evidence. I'm following the truth. I'll be honest, Bruce Brown came up again in a deposition. I don't know what connection it is, but the last time that I mentioned Bruce Brown, I swear to God, I did not accuse that kid of nothing. But everybody and their mother attacked me. All because I'm posting what's in the file. Like, and I'm trying to reconcile, like, what does he got to do with it? Right? What does he know? And how did he get from you, Brown, to the Bells? I'm trying to find that connection. It came up again in a deposition, and the answer was I don't recall. The answer was I don't recall. Along with everything else. One thing I do want to say that is that Mr. Johnson brought up something that was very, very, very important. But again, at the end of the day, the video footage is so messed up. I can't believe the timestamps. I can't believe the dates. I don't believe any. When I say there's nothing about this file that I believe when it comes to the paperwork and the evidence that the school presented, I'm being honest. I don't know what does anybody that went to Lowndes High School, are you in the comments? Because I want to know, when did third block actually end? When did third block actually end? Because it looks like the timestamp that they gave us that Kendrick was still in third block when they, per the timestamp, third block had not been, left out yet. But it was so, messed up. But what questions do you have? Let's have questions. Drop your questions in the comments. And then I'm going to talk about another case that I posted about yesterday real quick. We're not going to be here long. We've been here almost an hour. No, not an hour, but we've been here 45 minutes almost. So we're not going to be here long. What other questions do you have? Nothing being able to be recalled. Yes, this is true. Sadly true. Terrible attorney, Martian Invader. Terrible. I also feel like those lawyers were plants. I feel like, go ahead.
Even I feel like they were plants, but I feel like still, like, people should still have some type of common sense. So, like, I've been in situations where I've had to get lawyers. Like, further down when I got up in age,
Mm-hmm.
and I can just tell how they talk.
Mm-hmm.
That they're not for me. You
Yeah.
know, especially when it comes to lawsuits and stuff like that. When you're trying to obtain some a certain amount of money, um, you have to be careful with that. You know,
Yeah.
because you aiming to get something, but then you end up being the one to dish it out.
Mm-hmm.
He's so funny.
My broke glasses. No, I'm showing my audience my broke glasses. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Our audience.
but yeah, you just gotta be careful in situations when it comes to the legal system because it's tricky.
I swear, when I'm reading, it just looks like that it was a setup. It was a setup for them to lose. It was from the beginning. You put a lot of accusations in the lawsuit, but you had nothing to substantiate anything that you said, and then you told your clients to go under a sworn testimony and say I don't recall all the way through it.
Yeah,
They
that's crazy.
they
I
gave
don't,
them a right.
I don't even
The
understand that.
right. The defendant's attorneys gave them a list to produce evidence. They didn't even produce the evidence from the list. They just said I don't recall.
And this is for the people that was wondering like why they keep losing these stuff like that. It's things like that was going on. Um, and we might it might be a big old blowout if of us just saying this what we saying, but it's just fact. It's truth.
It's truth, and
And
basically,
that's what's been the cause of a lot of things going on because the truth is getting told. The truth is getting discovered and the truth being told.
we can't be selective with what is the paperwork. Period. I mean, if the public wants to know the truth, we got to point out the truth and nothing but the truth at all costs. And that attorney was trash. He was trash for doing that to them. It's his fault, in my opinion. In my opinion, guys. Anybody else have any questions? He should be ordered to pay everything that they were ordered to pay.
I agree.
For putting all that stuff in that lawsuit and didn't have not one piece, a shred of anything to substantiate it. And you told your people, your clients,
To just say they
I
don't.
don't recall.
How do you? I don't understand how would you expect to win something like that. Like
That man did not expect to win that.
I know I'm just saying in general.
The man was there acting like he was for them. And I can definitely understand why Miss Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, and the family doesn't really trust people. I mean, I can truly understand that. To be honest with you, if you got these type of people in your circle all the time, under the guise of we are for you, we are with you, and this is what they do. I see some of that going on right now, and I dare not to say it because if I say it, who it is, who I believe it is that's paid opposition, and it's a few people,
It
then
blow the
guess what?
internet. It
It'll
blow the
blow the
internet up.
list. It'll shut my whole platform down because it'll be a full blown campaign to shut down Auntie Leah's mouth because she's telling the truth.
Yeah,
She's
really.
telling the truth.
They really be trying to take us out then or get somebody to pay us then.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
in due time, though, in due time, everybody just open your eyes and question everything, man. Question everything before y'all just jump to conclusion and go into things. Um, well, with your heart on your sleeve. And like I say, I'm not. At the end of the day, I know that we all have a soft spot for KJ.
Yes, absolutely.
We have a soft
100%.
spot for KJ, and a lot more people that have been uh cold cases been um dashed upon their loved ones. Man, if you care, you gonna care about everything.
Hmm.
It ain't even specific to just KJ. We care about everybody.
We really do. It don't. Even though somebody is trying to make it seem like we don't, we actually been paid off. Blah blah blah. That's not true. That's not true at all. Okay, Martian Invader said, I think Eddie Tooley was just confused between the FBI and the GBI. Uh, Then why didn't the lawyers attempt to correct him? Would be my question to that. They actually was being sarcastic. They're like, oh, the Bell guy, the GBI agent. Oh, not one time did they try to correct Mr. Tooley. Not one time. Why? Because they wanted it out there. Debunk number 2. Soft debunk, baby, not a real harsh one. The Johnsons was there at his deposition. There was breaks. There was lunch breaks. I see it all through the depositions. They could have told their dad, hey, Dad, Rick Bell is an FBI agent. And Rick Bell wasn't in the room or something like that. They would have known better. But they didn't. Nobody did. Nobody tried to correct Mr. Tooley. So yes, he was confused. Absolutely. Because that GBI agent that was in that room was not the Bell guy. He was not Rick Bell. But they didn't try to correct him. Nobody did.
We could have been better lawyers in the courtroom than who they had.
Yeah.
For real.
It absolutely was a murder case and set up. An alleged cover-up as well. Alleged cover-up as well. But we got to follow a lot of things. We got to follow the evidence that's left. We got to follow the evidence that's missing, which is crazy. All of it, basically 99.1% is missing. And we got to follow the money. We got to follow the money. Period. So when I say that I don't believe that that's Rick Bell, because I can't reconcile in my mind how the Johnsons would not recognize that as Rick Bell, and has not still today said that Rick Bell stepped into the room with them, which Chris Primes, Strad Jones, Wes Taylor, and another GBI agent, and talked to them about Kendrick's not being able to identify his body. I know that they're smart people. If they believe that that was Rick Bell talking to them, ain't no way. That'd be in a lawsuit, and it definitely would have been a obstruction of justice conviction, because he's disguising himself in a GBI uniform in a room with the family talking to them, and he's clearly FBI. Okay? What else? What else we got, guys? At what point were the black boys brought to the media? The ones in the video seen with Kendrick? None. Eda Mae? None. Zero. Skipped over. Now, they may be somewhere in the paperwork where they was interviewed, but I have not found it as of yet. Hello, Andrew.
Until you skipping questions and stuff.
Okay, where? Which question?
The first question Eda Mae said, so if the fight was for Bruce, who decided to switch strictly to the Bears?
So the fight, I don't know. I'm trying to find that avenue. I'm trying to find that avenue. Like I said, he was brought up again, and again, I'm in no way trying to accuse that young man of, he's an adult now, but period. I'm not trying to accuse him of anything, because I don't know.
I want to let everybody know something. When his name was brought up, we got the third degree.
Oh boy.
Auntie Lil got the third degree when she brought his name up, and I'm about to show y'all something, right? When she brought his name up, when she got the third degree, I also seen someone that posted the same thing, but excluded the name,
Right.
and it was no problem.
Yeah.
Let's think about that.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, it was after I posted.
Yeah, it was after she done posted what she said about Bruce Brown, but the only difference was that she actually said his name and the other person didn't, but the other person didn't get the third degree. And the same crowd that put that fire in the that gas in that fire with Auntie Lil is the same crowd that fought the other person too, but they didn't get the third degree. Just think about that.
Yep. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not excluding names for nobody. If we're going to get the truth, I'm not excluding names. Why would I do that from the public? Why would I do that from the family? Why would I exclude what I know really, truly, that may matter? That's something that's very important from the public.
How many times How many times have the Johnson family seen Rick Barry in prison before KJ death? I don't know if they ain't been involved, but I'm pretty sure they have had to see him just off the simple fact that KJ don't complain about him. I mean,
Well,
I would have. Um,
no, I know because it's in his deposition. Many a times they've seen Rick Bell. You know that Rick Bell was the junior high football coach on KJ's team. Okay, plenty of times. Mr. Johnson, in his deposition, said we used to see the Bells at the football games all the time.
look, and on it, and Maxwell on it now.
Okay, plenty of times.
Why
All
they
right,
wasn't brought up on a then that anime, that's a good question. I wonder why they wasn't brought up to the media.
because it wasn't true.
It,
Oh, what you talking about? Bruce Brown
no, just
or
said
the Bell?
the guy, the black guy that was in the hallway.
Right. Why wasn't it?
Erica
Good question.
posted, and Maxwell don't give a damn. Erica posted it, but pretending it was about the Bills. She said that day Kendrick was found. Rumors against Brian started, but that was a lie. She posted the police report, but told me it said Brian Bell. Look, Lord have mercy, bro. Listen, y'all to
Well,
open your eyes, bro. Everything is for a reason, bro. I'm telling you, everything that's going on is for a reason.
it's
If
for a reason.
if it looks strange, question it.
Right.
Watch, and when you question it, watch the reactions and the feedback that you get from your questions. You see how we giving everybody the opportunity to question things. We ain't blocking nobody over a question. We ain't arguing with you over a question. We leave the floor open. We even give people the opportunity to come on the live, come on the stream, talk with us.
Right.
Thing,
And, yep, exactly. You're right. Uh, they said that they didn't know he was the assistant coach. However, what they said was they would see the Bells there on the sidelines with them. Isn't that what the deposition said? Absolutely. I can bring it up right now. Exactly. So they knew what he looked like. Absolutely. And even if they didn't at that time, which I know they did because the deposition said they did, uh, even after that came out, they would have made a statement. Oh my God, let's sue him. Rick Bell was in the room with us and we didn't know he was dressed as GBI. Come on.
look. And Max will say when I pointed out Erica was wrong and said it was Bruce, she blocked me.
Well, Miss Erica blocks everybody, so that does not follow the narrative, right? But I need to follow the truth. I don't care what kind of backlash I get. I'm not withhold no names. I'm not going to stick to one narrative without proof. I'm trying to find the truth.
And Max will, to be fair though, my comments don't come up on your page either. It's a difference between if it's not coming up on a page and
Block.
someone block you. That's different.
And Maxwell, if you were blocked, you wouldn't even be able to see my page. You wouldn't
Exactly.
be able to see my page at all. So you're not blocked.
I can post them, but they don't come up.
I don't understand how
I
that
don't.
works.
I don't
That
understand it
might be a
either.
glitch or something like that. But there's no way for us to block you from. I
Yeah,
don't know a way to block you from
you
commenting.
can't comment up on a post if you block. Anyway, you ain't even gonna be able to be on the page anyway.
Right.
But as far as you comment it and you see your comment and it get deleted, that's totally different than you post a comment and you don't and it don't come up. They gotta be a glitch or something. Yeah, it could be Facebook. But that other side, they definitely blocking your tail though. They blocking you and getting you up, getting you up out of it. You question the wrong thing,
I
and then
see. I
and
see
those
your comments, Edame.
the comments not showing here either.
You see them, don't you, Jay?
I see them, but I'm on StreamYard, so
I have no idea.
and y'all on Facebook. It might be saying with Facebook. It gotta be because I see all y'all comments.
Yeah, I see your comments.
Michelle Burks question everything, even what the perps tell you.
Absolutely,
Don't
Michelle.
don't be bought out. Brian knows him is real.
Absolutely.
Sellouts is real. Three sides to every story. Their story, your story, and the side that you choose to believe.
That's facts.
And that's fact, though.
Yep, that's facts there.
Some of the
Retania said I commented on the other girl's page and my comment was deleted. I guess I wasn't asking the wrong question. That's true. That's been happening for months, and I tried to explain that to Miss Jackie, but yeah, I was never reciprocated from the get go. I was always a hater for some reason, even though I'm not a hater. Didn't make sense to me. A lot of things are starting to make sense to me though.
some of the comments,
Theo, what it do, baby? Some
some
of
of
the
the comments
comments
not
not
showing.
showing. I don't understand why they're not showing.
Neither. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's all been said, but I'm seeing everything that pop up on here. I don't know what comments they have that's not showing. I
Mr.
heard.
Ano-
Go ahead.
the anonymous said, I heard there were occasions in middle school where the middle school football team that Rick Bell invited the team to his house for a barbecue once or twice, so the Johnsons had to have met Rick Bell while KJ was in middle school. I know that they did. I mean, I don't know about them going to a barbecue, but I do see in his deposition where he says he knew the Bells. They used to be on the sidelines while him and Jackie would be on the sidelines at the football games. Now, Mr. Bell did admit that he didn't know that Rick Bell was the assistant coach for the football team, but he admitted that yes, he knew who they are. You know, so you cannot convince me that if Rick Bell was disguised in the GBI uniform and went into the room to talk to the Johnsons about them not being able to identify
Oh,
Kendrick, and he was disguised in another agency's uniform, or even just in their period, that they wouldn't have raised concern.
yeah, I was blocked on the other page too after questioning things. I'm telling y'all gonna have to be prepared for that because the whole diversion of things as far as the people that's highlighting the case is gonna be the same. It's gonna be reciprocated to y'all because what we're doing is we're questioning things that they don't want. Well, they don't want to be questioned. We're
Right.
saying things that they don't want to be said. It's all everything's supposed to be Bilbos, the father, Bilbos, it going off down, it going on nobody else, regardless of what we see in the file. They
And
want they want to seclude on it. They want everybody to this what it is. Feel sympathy for us, and that's what it is.
right.
So we gotta
And,
be prepared for that.
right. But here's the thing. Nephew and I is not saying that it wasn't
Yeah,
the
we ain't
Bell
saying it.
brothers.
We ain't saying it wasn't. We're just we see other names that keep coming up in the files, and then we saying something about it.
Right, like what does this mean? Why did this happen?
But
Right?
ask yourself why what would that be why would that be a problem?
Why would it be a problem if we're only seeking the truth? Why can we only release selective things to support one narrative when it could be another avenue? Allegedly, could be. Not saying it is. I'm just trying to find a way how it got from one individual
It could,
to another.
it could be individuals that was with them. We ain't saying that it wasn't the Bills, but it could have been other people with the Bills that need to be punished too, right along with
Yes,
them,
right.
regardless if they're black, white, Mexican, or none of that.
Green, red, blue, yellow. I don't care what color they are. Justice for KJ is what it is. They want a conviction. They want justice. Uh, whatever. Then you got to be able to explore everything and not just be tunnel visioned, because the tunnel vision version has gotten them nowhere in 13 years. Now they're gonna get mad at me. You know that. But at this point, I can't care if there's a 17-year-old kid that, in my opinion, I don't care what nobody say, needs justice, deserves justice. I do not believe that one bit that he fell in the mat and died of positional asphyxia. I don't. There's still nothing in the file that convinces me of that. Nothing. Not the autopsy, not the narrative reports, not the interviews with other people. Nothing in that file supports that. Not the lungs,
No, nothing.
weight, nothing. So no. Well, I never let that go. Kendrick
Hell,
Johnson was, in my opinion, absolutely unalived. But by
mhm.
who? That's what we're trying to figure it out. By who? That's what we're trying to figure it out. And I'm not saying it ain't the Bells allegedly. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that I can clearly see there was some other concerns. And where did that avenue lead? The other concerns.
I got questions. She cursed me out and blocked me for only asking a simple question. I don't know why this is going on with Erica. It's going on with her and,
Paid opposition.
anybody else that don't want the truth out there, man. Like it's mind blowing to me because we are getting at fault because we going by the file.
Right.
Like any investigator that studies and investigate a file, they're gonna go through every single thing that's possibly in that file. So if a person's name keep popping up, popping up, popping up, guess what? The investigator gonna say something about this person. I mean, it's common sense. Like I don't understand why they want to this individual, exclude this individual, exclude this individual. Like we don't see their name all in this damn file.
Anonymous participant. We have been dispelled from KJ's army. We are the truth gang. We have been dispelled for speaking truth. So we're the truth gang. We're no longer accepted as a part of KJ's army. No longer. And this is not us retaliating. This is me and Jay still like, you know what? Let's still go forward. This kid, we need to figure out what happened to KJ. We need to figure out that. This is
Okay,
not.
uh,
Go ahead.
uh, I want to actually add on to anonymous participant 101.
Which one? This one?
Um, yeah.
Okay.
So she posted saying the other day of Brian Bill dressed in black going to the gym at 12:32 p.m. before Kendrick Johnson entered the gym about 20 minutes before, and I was blocked for liking the comments. I don't understand all of this. KJ Army needs to be working together on this, but some people wants to divide the army. I'll hold on. You put out great evidence. All this good information is great. I want to say this right here. KJ Army, even though the name came somewhere else, KJ
Came from
Army,
me. I created that.
KJ Army to the Johnsons is their family.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody besides their family. I'm not just saying this out my mouth. They said it out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, we had the vision and had the mindset that everybody that wanted justice for KJ was KJ Army, but
Hmm.
obviously that wasn't it. So that goes with that. It ain't so it ain't it. The people that y'all saying that trying to divide the army is not trying to divide the army.
Right.
It was the people that's within the army.
Right. I definitely wasn't trying to. That was the biggest distraction ever. That was the biggest distraction ever, and it was to get me to quit. And I've explained to this many times. I got people that still come in comments. You kept quitting. It's your fault because you kept quitting. But that did you go watch my previous lives or even my interview that explained to you that I was feeling all
Types of
turmoil,
emotions, yeah.
right on the inside because I wasn't being reciprocated and I wasn't being appreciated. Actually, was being bullied behind doors. And yes, I got tired of it every once in a while. So I would say I can't do this anymore. And so I would want to move on. But, my heart for this kid, the empathy that I feel for this family and the sympathy I feel for them as well as for KJ wouldn't allow me to go on. So it made me look crazy, but you didn't know what was going on behind closed doors.
Right.
When I say paid opposition, and there's still people there within their circle right now that is doing that to them right now today. It exists today, and all I can do is I can't say nothing because those very people have made me to look like that I'm the op. It's me. It's Jay. We're the ones that are against them. We're not. We're not. We're the ones that's going to take the heat and willing to take the heat to try to get to the
The
truth
truth.
so they
Hmm.
right so they can get to where they need to be because I don't recall it's not evidence. I
I'm
don't
I'm
recall.
I'm just here for justice for KJ. I
Me too.
I have sympathy for the family that actually cared about KJ.
I know you was there 13
Um,
years, and
some,
your
some, some, some. Y'all gotta realize, man. Like, for example, my cousin, that passed away. Um, it was people that disliked him. You know what I'm saying? Before he passed away, and
right,
some people, you know what I'm saying, still had grudges on him. I ain't gonna lie, he did a lot of bull crap to family members. I ain't gonna lie, he did that. And y'all have to realize when a person pass away, all all family members wholeheartedly don't have sympathy for it because
yeah,
they still holding grudges and stuff. And y'all know how it is when you pass away and everybody love you and everybody all crying. Oh, he was a sweet person, but before then, before they
yeah,
passed away, they was beefing with them and disliked them and called them every name in the book. You
right,
know what I'm saying? Besides God's child, y'all know how they go.
right.
I have sympathy for the ones that actually cared about what happened to KJ. You know what I'm saying? They actually want justice for him
Right,
because everybody that cares about the situation wants justice for him.
right,
But as far as anything else outside of that, anything outside of justice for KJ, I'm not even with it no more.
right. Yep. Michelle, you said you didn't want to do it earlier. It was. Yes, we're going to set up a live for you, baby. Another day. I don't know why you not getting my text. I text you on the fourth and today I text you. Yeah, for some reason they're messing with your technology again. That's why I sent you a text and I asked you that question. I said they messing with your technology again because you're not responding to me. So I don't know what's going on. And I dropped the link in your inbox, but then you commented and said that you didn't want to do it today. So I'm working around you. Absolutely gonna we're gonna focus on you. Absolutely, you're gonna
Matter of fact,
allow.
matter of
Yeah,
fact, the next live will be we'll have it specifically about
strictly
her.
about you,
Yeah,
Michelle. We're not bouncing out on you, baby. We're not bouncing out on you.
we're here for everybody, man.
Right.
We all going through things. We all losing people, man. And it even hurts worse when someone gets taken away and no justice be behind it. You know what I'm saying? If it's justice is due and it don't be no justice behind. So we here for everybody. For real.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. To answer your question, Martian Invader. I don't see Lay's post anymore. I don't know what she's saying. Actually, she blocked me a long time ago.
What did she say? I
I
want to
can't.
know.
I mean, she was saying stuff like the Johnsons. No, 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 no. You said earlier in this live, Michelle, that you didn't want to do it today, but maybe somebody is lying. You know, people be playing with your devices. I text you on the fourth end today. But let me answer Martian's questions. I don't recall what Lay said. She would say something like they just want money and they're lying. But you know, I'm gonna say this. Lay
As,
in
as,
her
as,
video.
as, as far as who?
I don't know what she's saying in my earlier post. I don't know what she's saying because I don't get to see her post. And I
Martian,
don't.
Martian Invader. If you can recall what was said, can you drop it? Can you drop it in the comment, please?
Mm-hmm. For
We
what?
we ain't ducking no questions now.
We could look at her video again. What I don't agree about what Lay said. It's a lot of things. Like she wants to put the blame of this investigation straight on the corner, Bill Watson. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Not gonna lie. Let's watch what she said, guys. We can rewatch it.
Lee Touchton again,
Lee,
former president of the Valdosta NAACP. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the Kendrick Johnson case, in particular,
fair
what
use.
set off the chain of events that led to extreme mistrust by the Johnson family toward local law enforcement that handled the investigation into Kendrick Johnson's death. Bill Watson was our coroner at the time in 2013. In Georgia, coroners do not have to have a medical degree or a scientific degree. They don't even have to be graduates from college.
Okay, so right now what Lay is doing is trying to discredit Bill Watson as the coroner. She's given his background, educational background, even though they voted Bill Watson in. A coroner is a voted position. They voted him in. So now you want to discredit the coroner that was voted in. That's a problem to me.
We are not like other states where a coroner is also a medical examiner. The coroners here simply take custody of the body and preserve the chain of custody. They feel the femoral artery. They declare that is a dead body. They put the body in a body bag. They use special zip ties, and they are the ones who preserve the chain of custody because the body is physical evidence. Now, let me explain why Bill Watson and Sheriff Chris Prine had such a contentious relationship. Bill Watson had
So now she's trying to make an excuse of why the coroner was called late to the scene, 5 hours late, and not immediately, according to Georgia's law. She's trying to now deflect and to explain and give an excuse. Okay, so Chris Prime's not giving an excuse, neither is Bill Watson, but Lee Touchton came in and gave her excuse. I don't agree with that either.
also been involved in the death of James Eunice, who drowned in Ocean Pond. He was also another young person in Lowndes County. His body was not found for 2 weeks. He drowned. We know he drowned because his friend was out there with him, and the skiff was found, and James Eunice was not found. So the team searched the pond for 2 weeks until they finally found him. The sheriff insisted that the coroner remain at the scene. He was there for 2 weeks waiting for the body to be found. And the reason for that was because the sheriff wanted the coroner on scene because there were allegations or questions that there might have been foul play, and he wanted the coroner there immediately to take custody of the body. Well, Bill Watson sitting around for 2 weeks didn't make him happy. Okay, so there's that going on between the coroner and the sheriff. When KJ was found, obviously there was no missing body. His body was there. So it wasn't like the coroner had to witness the discovery of the body. And he couldn't have anyway, because the body was discovered in the gymnasium by a group of kids who were having class and a coach who was giving them a test, and some kids had climbed up on the vertical mat and they saw KJ's feet sticking up. When they saw the feet sticking up, they called the coach. The coach came over. The coach got other students involved. They pulled the mats down. KJ's body shot forward about 3 feet from the end of the mat that his body was in. So, of course, the body had been moved. Now, the coroner got out in public and he said the body had been moved, the scene had been compromised, and there was no cooperation from law enforcement.
Okay. So why was there no cooperation from law enforcement? I have invited Lee, I think that's her name, Lee, on this platform multiple times. I have invited Lee to a conversation multiple times. Lee has not once agreed or obliged my request. She has instead blocked me. So with that being said, Lee is putting out one narrative and wants to stick to her one narrative and not open to the fact that KJ was unalived. She really wants the public to believe that this kid dived or wiggled himself head first down into a mat. We're not going to ever agree with that. Like, ever.
Well, he's right on two things. The body was moved because they thought they were rescuing a student who might need resuscitation, and the scene was compromised because for the previous day and during that class period, there had been kids all throughout the gym. So there's no way that you could preserve a death scene before the discovery of a body. And a lot has been made about, they didn't wear booties and et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
it would not have mattered because there were so many people all over the death scene.
So now she's speaking as if she's a forensic investigator. She's inserting her personal opinion about it would not have mattered if they wore booties. I disagree. I disagree with that. And Maxwell says, Coroner is a position almost no one wants. He ran unopposed for a long time. After this, someone else took over at the next election. That still doesn't mean that he is the one, he's the reason that this investigation went the way that it did. I just don't see that he's the one that did that. Okay? Sheriff Prime, if we want to put blame on somebody, then put it on the sheriff. Because he's the one that didn't call Bill Watson like he was supposed to according to Georgia's law. Period.
Man, it seems like it just the blame just want to be put on anybody can be put on.
It's deflecting. It's deflecting.
It's all over the place, and that's why I haven't gone over well.
Exactly. Let's keep listening. So this whole interview was blaming the coroner. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so Bill Watson goes public with his complaints and a scathing report, and this causes the Kendrick Johnson family to have extreme mistrust about what law enforcement has been doing with their child. So the coroner should not have ever allowed the body bag to be opened because a body is physical evidence and the chain of custody must be preserved.
Okay. All right, let's stop right there. She's right. A coroner should not have allowed the body bag to be open, but who allowed the body bag to be open lately? It wasn't the coroner. It was Sheriff Prime. It was Sheriff Prime. Put the blame where it needs to be if we're going to blame anybody. If it's one single individual that is the blame of this investigation, which we don't think it's just one, we think it's multiple, put it on the right person. Because it was Sheriff Prime that allowed the body bag to be open.
However, now that the family has been so upset about the way that the case is being handled, Sheriff Prime felt very pressured to allow them to come see Kendrick's body. So he allowed them to see the body. It shouldn't have happened, but he did.
Okay.
If KJ had been murdered, the defense attorney for the defendant would have claimed, and rightfully so, that potentially evidence could have been planted or tampered with, and by so doing, it might implicate falsely his defendant that he's representing. That's why you don't let the body bag be opened by anyone except medical and crime scene and law enforcement personnel. But in this case,
okay,
the sheriff allowed the family to see.
Okay, so I want to know who opened the body bag then. I know that the Johnsons didn't open the body bag themselves. Come on, Lee, come on. Somebody was there with them to let them in and pull out the drawer and, and open the body bag. They didn't just go in there themselves and open it up. Stop the deflecting and gaslighting.
That should be in the file.
Yeah, it is in the file. I just don't want to call out no names because I don't remember it off the top of my head. But I can get to it
easily.
But not right now. I can't. I'll be stumbling over the paperwork. You guys know me.
Okay, so if you want to know why everybody in the Johnson family was so upset, you need look no further than Bill Watson slamming the handling of the Kendrick Johnson case. Now, an addendum to this is that later on, when the Johnsons sued everyone, Bill Watson wrote an affidavit that was entered into the record. And in it, he says that he agrees with the conclusions of the GBI medical examiner, and he agrees that the cause of death for Kendrick Johnson was in fact positional asphyxia, and he did not see anything in his review of the case to indicate that there was foul play.
Okay, so, but you just said yourself that he wasn't qualified, right? He's not a medical examiner. He has no medical license. He doesn't even, all you needed was a GED. He was elected in, and he was a horrible coroner. So, but you want us to believe that statement. You don't want us to believe anything else he said, but you want us to believe that he agreed with everything that was put in the autopsy. You guys are contradicting, your statements. You can't pick and choose what you want the public to believe about what these people said, in my opinion. Same thing with Dr. Gaffney Kraft. You guys make excuses on her mistakes, but you want us to believe it. Oh, well, she shouldn't have said that. Well, maybe she shouldn't have put that in there. but believe her statement anyway. So you just said you discredited Bill Watson. You dogged him or put him down, Lee. Uh, you brought up his education, you how disqualified he was. The only thing he's allowed to do is to basically call the time of death and take custody of the body. But on the other hand, he did agree with what Dr. Gaffney said after he raised concerns about the crime scene being contaminated and compromised. You have to understand something. In order for us to believe somebody or something, we got to believe and have full trust in everything that they say and not just one particular thing because it fits your narrative. It doesn't work like that, in my opinion. What you think, nephew?
It don't. But
It don't work like that.
It's not everybody that's surrounding this case is doing that exact same thing.
I agree. It's ridiculous if you think that we're going to believe that after you discredited him, told us he was the worst, told us he wasn't qualified, but he agreed with everything that Dr. Crafty put in her litopsy, allegedly. Litopsy. Because where is the x-ray? I want to see the x-ray.
Right, what is it?
Right.
So there you have it. Make of it what you will.
Man, I would smack the hell out of you, woman, if I saw you
Let's
in
slow this
person.
down and walk through the record step by step, because what's being said publicly and what's documented are not the same. In a recent explanation, Lee touched and suggests that the Johnson family's distrust of law enforcement stems from the coroner, Bill Watson. But when we examine the actual documents, the concern doesn't begin with the coroner. It begins before he even arrives on the scene. According to the official coroner's death investigation report, Bill Watson states that he was not notified of Kendrick Johnson's death until 15:45 hours. That's 3:45 p.m. He further documents that he was not called by investigating officers prior to that time. So the first question becomes unavoidable. If a 17-year-old child was found deceased inside a school gym, why was the coroner not notified immediately? Because by the time the coroner arrives, the scene should already be secured, documented, and preserved.
Correct.
But that's not what the record reflects. In a later report, the coroner states that when he arrived, the scene had already been compromised.
He said that.
He documents that there was a lack of cooperation from law enforcement. He further states that the integrity of the evidence was compromised, including the opening of a sealed evidence bag after the fact. And then he makes it clear he did not approve of how this case was handled. So now we have to pause, because if the coroner is documenting that the scene was compromised, that evidence integrity was breached, and that cooperation was lacking, then the issue cannot be reduced to one individual. The issue becomes, what happened before he got there? Who had control of the scene? Who made the decisions about evidence handling? And why does the documentation reflect a breakdown in standard investigative procedure? But the concerns don't stop at the scene, they continue after the autopsy. In an official letter written by Coroner Bill Watson, he confirms a conversation involving Antonio Harrington of Harrington Funeral Home and Rodney Bryan, a death investigator with the state of Georgia. In that letter, Watson states that Kendrick Johnson's internal organs, the viscera, were not returned with the body. He states that they were disposed of due to decomposition, and he attributes that information to Rodney Bryan, who was present at the autopsy. Now we have another layer, because that raises new questions. Where is the formal documentation confirming that decision? Who made the final determination to dispose of those organs? Why were they not preserved or returned with the body? And why is this explanation appearing in a letter instead of being clearly documented within the official autopsy record itself? Because these are not minor details. These are critical components of a death investigation. So, when we hear explanations that attempt to place the Johnson family's distrust on one individual, we have to look at the full record. We have a delayed notification, we have a documented compromised scene, we have concerns about evidence integrity, and we have unanswered questions about post-autopsy handling. That is not one issue. That is a pattern. And people don't lose trust because of a single moment. They lose trust when the documentation itself raises more questions than answers. This is not about assigning blame. This is about accountability. This is about consistency. It is about ensuring the record is clear. And this is about ensuring that every step, from the scene to the autopsy to the handling of evidence, is fully explained and supported by the record. Because until that happens, Lee, the questions will remain, and the call will remain the same. So please stop making poor attempts to gaslight KJ's army, because we will not stop until justice is served. Let the evidence speak. Justice for Kendrick Johnson is coming, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Not a thing. So that is that. That is how I feel about what Lay Tushin has said. Now, until we can have a conversation about what I believe versus what she believes, then I'm going to feel that way. Like I said, she blocked me. She blocked me. I didn't block her. She blocked me. Hey, Fluffy. Hey, Theo said, and she's speaking as the head of the NAACP. What a joke. Absolutely agree she was. Until we can have a conversation, until Lee Tuxton is brave enough to talk to me and to listen to my opposition to what she's saying as two middle-aged women, then no, I don't believe what she says. I don't. As long as the coroner goes along with the script, they will protect him. True. Allegedly, I heard that he was threatened to change his mind. Allegedly. Exactly. Sylvia says she wants the heat off her. She needs to explain why she mutilated Kendrick's body. Can't listen to this liar. Can't say I disagree. Ann says Kendrick's dad wasn't around when Kendrick was found. Should he have not been allowed to see him? Absolutely. But guess who was around? Miss Johnson. She was there. Kenyatta. She was there. Mr. Tooley, his grandfather. He was there. And they wanted to see. They wanted to identify his body then. But they were fought against. You got to ask yourself why, Ann? Why was the laws or the rules or the policy suddenly changed at Kendrick's body discovery? These are the things that we explore on this channel. We can't look at things just with our two eyes. We got to look at things with the one that's in the middle that you can't really see. That's called the third eye. And that's why we're asking, why was it suddenly changed? Because that's what Mr. Tooley said. When did it change? When did the policy change? We should be able to identify him. Days later, after they went on the news, Mr. Johnson enraged HELL about not being able to see his body. Then Sheriff Prime felt bad. He didn't feel bad. He felt pressured to allow them to see the body. But I guarantee you that there was some type of professional there to open the body bag, and the Johnsons didn't. But you can't put that blame on Bill Watson. Has the shoe print in KJ body ever been matched up? No, I have not heard of anything about that. I agree that the sheriff shouldn't have allowed that, but Kendrick's parents went on local TV and called it evidence of murder that they hadn't. Well, Kendrick's parents were deceived from the beginning, from the get-go. You know, it was Sheriff Prime that initially announced to the media that it was an investigation. I can't remember. A homicide investigation is what he said. And then hours later he said, "Oh, it's just an accident. Oh, it's just with no real investigation, just an accident." After you announced to the world that it was a homicide investigation at Lowndes High School. If I was them, I'd have did the same thing. And then I was denied to see my child's body. And then when they did allow Mr. Tooley to go down to the police station, in the back of the police station to view Kendrick, they bought him a piece of paper with a picture of Kendrick. They still would not allow him to see that body. Why? Why? You gotta ask yourself why. Come on now, we can't be one-sided in this, and we can't make excuses for law enforcement just because they're law enforcement as if they're clean. We know they're not clean. We know the government's not clean. They want us to believe that. Okay, Michelle, I just texted you. Did you get that text? That should have been a requirement for the booties. The school is liable, number one. I agree, Christina. And Lee Tushin is not a professional in that background to be able to say it wouldn't have mattered. I'm trying to figure out how you know it wouldn't have mattered.
Everything better in this darn case.
Right. And no cooperation from law enforcement is key. Why? Why was there no cooperation from law enforcement? That is a heck of a question, Kira. And guys, we got 15 more minutes, so drop your questions. That is a heck of a question. Why? I'm going up instead of down.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even understand how in the world Lee, what their name is, was head of a WACP. I cannot put in my I cannot fathom it in my mind like how is that even possible? Like I don't know. That is crazy to me.
It's very crazy to me.
Crazy. They might well have a damn black person, the head of a KKK.
Mm. Look, we done seen black people in the KKK.
I ain't never seen none of the head of KKK.
Listen, just because we ain't seen it, don't. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I mean, we seen some crazy stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just
Yeah.
I've seen what I haven't seen.
I understand. I get what you're saying. Christina says everyone that is in Lowndes County had to follow suit. So because Bill was initially right and was doing his job properly as a professional and how it needed to be done, that's when they came after him like they did. Everybody else to make sure he kept his mouth shut. I cannot say that I disagree with you, Christina. I can't say that at all. I'm just saying, allegedly, I agree with Christina.
Christina ain't playing.
Put it on the floor. I mean, when I say put it on the floor, I mean put it all on the floor. I mean every name in that file too.
They don't allow random people to walk through potential crime scenes.
Then why? Who said that?
And Maxwell.
And okay, they don't allow random people to walk through
They don't.
crime. Okay, so why was random people in the gym when Bill Watson got there? According to the FBI report.
They had kids got there crossing people up, dunking and everything while they were trying to.
Right. So to answer that. Answer why it was people on the scene.
People had a whole basketball game still going. It's just crazy.
I want to know that. Did you question that, Ian? You had to have questioned that. And if you haven't, you gotta ask yourself why. It's in the FBI file. I'm sure you have it, a copy. I think you said that you had a copy before. I'm not sure. But why did they allow that? You said they don't allow it, but in fact they did. According to the FBI report, they did. Why? Because they're all crooked and they did what they was going to do regardless of what questions we ask. That's it. You're right. 100% right.
Yeah, they definitely feel like that.
Hey, Ramanda.
Going on, Ramanda?
Bunch of crooked. Got that right, May. And I thought that you had to make sure the parents are aware of what's going to happen with all the organs, regardless of what you think are wrong with them. I agree. I don't know what Georgia's law is surrounding that, but KJ was
we talked
minor.
About it.
Yep. And I do believe that they should have been alerted to.
If they wasn't.
You see those new specs? Yeah, girl. These are my old ones right here, love. This broke. Why auntie got to do them like this? They don't even got to.
Throw some tape on that joke.
Here's my other ones. No lens. I was like this, typing this morning, trying to be on Facebook like this. Because this side, the lens popped out because it's broke. So yes, I got new specs.
Man, listen.
And auntie, I don't wear real glasses, guys. I only wear readers. I mean, I can see perfectly without looking at a screen or trying to read. I can see perfectly. I got perfect, vision. But when I'm trying to get online, I can't see nothing without readers. Yeah, I go through readers like it ain't nothing.
Man, I hadn't got creative one time. I used to wear glasses and mess around and broke the glasses. You know how you used to tape the glasses up? I said, I'm not doing that. I went and got some thread and wrapped some thread around that sugar and then squirted some some of that super glue on that mug. You couldn't even without tell you.
I couldn't find the super glue, but shoot, super glue costs just as much as readers at the drugstore.
Yeah.
So I might as well just got a pair of new. I mean, I literally go through these glasses like crazy. So I would not. I refuse to go buy some prescribed reading glasses because I'm just gonna break those two. It's evidence, and I'm gonna spend hundreds on those.
You
So
get
no,
some, you need
give me
some.
some $30 readers, please.
If I was a student at that school and I saw some feet sticking out the gym, I would have low key left out of that gym and called 911. Ain't touching nobody crime scene.
Listen, Christina, the thing is, people get that wrong. Allegedly, they couldn't see the feet from the ground level. They had to climb on top of the mat and look down. And you can't tell me no pretty cheerleaders decided to crawl up on that mat. And I have not seen that in the video yet, where they went over there and crawled up on some dirty mats and looked down to
I
find
don't.
his body.
If that would have happened, I feel like it wouldn't happen so soon. Like
Yeah.
his body was found the next day. Like I don't. That wasn't a coincidence.
It's Bill Watson who said that. Who said that? What I forgot what we were talking about.
It was Bill Watson who said that.
Who said what?
Bill Watson was incompetent in
Oh
his
yeah.
covering of the case and the November. But before that, he inspired a whole bill to try to make new requirements for foreigners because of how badly his public statements messed up another investigation. Wow, I ain't know that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the link is in your chat.
What's
Hold
really
on.
crazy is how this one man got all these other supposedly grown men scared.
I don't think he was one man. I think it was a collective crew. I mean, I had a source from Valdosta who said that they were a part of the Good Old Boys. It's
Mhm.
like a little group. It's a real group called the Good Old Boys, and yeah, I've heard the backstory of that, and they all were connected. So yeah, I'm gonna say this, that I cannot prove right now that one person did this or multiple purposes did this at all, but I know that something was done to cover up this kid's murder. Whether it's one guy, multiple guys, a group, or whatever. So, Bill Watson was so incompetent in his covering of a case the November
I read
before
those
that
things too.
whole Bill tried to. Well, you know what? He wasn't incompetent until he told the truth about the crime scene. That's all I'm saying. He wasn't incompetent until then. Again, if we're gonna put blame on somebody, blame Chris Prime who didn't do his job, which is called the corner immediately. Because of how badly his public statement messed up another investigation. No, 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 no. Let's start from the beginning. Chris Prime did not do his job right. Chris Prime should have called the corner immediately. Chris Prime allowed speculation to come in because of that. Because he didn't call the corner until 5 hours later, he left room for that
Mm.
speculation. He left room for that. So if we're going to blame somebody, blame Chris Prime. Don't blame the corner. He was the one that was called late. That's what I'm trying to say in selective blame.
Yeah, I don't,
But it's on the wrong person.
I don't understand that. Hell,
Chris Prime. I'm sorry, you guys know I got a speech impediment. Called the corner late. Chris Prime made a decision to allow the Johnsons to open up the body bag. Okay, all that's Chris Prime. So why are we beating down Bill Watson?
I believe they had their hands up. I believe that too.
Me too. I believe it allegedly. Come on now, we beating up the wrong person. If you want to point the finger at one single person, it would be Sheriff Chris Prime, not the corner Bill Watson. Again, if he was called immediately, like he was supposed to be called, there would be no room for
Nothing.
anybody to believe that the scene was recreated.
Right.
Am I right or wrong? And come on. Now, I'm a very respectful person, but I'm about truth. Let's be real. If we're gonna place the blame on one person, it has to be Chris Prime.
If I should say that thread,
He told us.
thread super glue is pretty crafty. It is. If you know how to, if you know what you're doing, man, blend in so good.
Mm-hmm.
He told He told a family of another young black person that their daughter died of natural causes when she was murdered by her boyfriend.
Now, Ann, I know exactly who you're talking about because see, it was a young lady that tried when I first posted my first video, Kendrick. She was all under my YouTube trying to, before I even got deep into it. It's like the very first video. Telling me all these things, trying to convince me I'm wrong, trying to convince me not to talk about it. Is that you? Are you ME547? Are you Ann? That's in my email. In my Yahoo. Was that you? Because the name was Annie. You told me about a young lady that died at college. Is that who you talking about? I remember. I actually still got the emails. Was that you, Annie? It says Annie Mouse or something like that. Now, you want me to look it up? Because if that's you, then your mindset is strictly on Kendrick died as an accident. And I will still stay respectful. I'm not going to ban you or anything like that. But let's be truthful. Were you the one that emailed in the beginning? Now, next question would be, why do you have a Kendrick Johnson's photo picture on Facebook? That's misleading, dear. I'm being so respectful. I think that was you, because the person in my, let me pull up my Yahoo account.
I see you got to make sure, man. You say you keep thinking, now.
Huh?
You keep saying you thinking, well, you got to make sure before you.
I know it sounds just like her. When she said that statement, I remembered it. I know it's you, but now I think that you Marianne Craft, because you have that ME547 as your handle on YouTube. And I have blocked you on YouTube. And ME means medical examiner, and 547 is a medical examiner's form. So that makes me think that you're Dr. Marianne Craft. Why? Because the Ann, Mary Ann. Does that make sense? I'm very smart, ma'am. I'm very smart. And I ain't trying to toot my own horn. I'm looking for your emails. Are you heard? I'm not going to disrespect you. I never will. But let's be honest. If we're going to have a conversation, let's be honest. So I have a Annie in my email way from December. The conversation started, looks like back on December the 7th, or maybe a few days before that. Are you the same person? You sound like you are, and it's okay if you're the same person.
She said Prime should have called him immediately, but he would have to wait outside for the same amount of time. If they would have just focused that he wasn't allowed in for 5 hours after he got there.
Nah. If they have
that is not how it works, though. That's not how it works. The court, you can call that court, and the court is going in there.
Right. He was supposed to be there. According to Georgia law, he was supposed to be there immediately. So your name allegedly on your email is Annie Mouse. Your name allegedly on Facebook is Ann Maxwell. Your name allegedly on YouTube is ME547. Are you the same person? That's my question right now for you, Ann. Be honest. Are you the same? Because you definitely sound like that when you brought up that young lady, because you brought up that young lady in my email. Come on now. Let's be real. I'm a middle-aged woman. I don't got time for games. I'm not going to make up fake pages. Everything I say, I'm going to say it with my chest. I need y'all to respectfully do that. If y'all believe so much that this is an accident and that we are spreading misinformation, say it with your chest. Why y'all been anonymous and then on fake pages? Now, where'd she go? Did you exit the chat? And you didn't have to exit, ma'am. I could drop the link. We can have a conversation.
Disappeared, I guess.
So Kai TV wants to know, is there any footage of the actual discovery of KJ's body, or even when the authorities arrived to the scene? It should be, since the cameras are motion activated. If that footage is missing, then that should tell us all that we should already know, that they tampered with the footage. I absolutely 100% do believe that they tampered with the footage, no matter how many times people try to convince me not or otherwise.
Right.
There's no footage of the actual body discovery that I have came across. I see the footage of what led up to it, but I never seen, and I see the kids in the gym reacting. I see them being told to leave, and then they're all suddenly leaving. But the actual body discovery, no, All of a sudden it shut off. I guess the camera just shut off. No.
Man, them cameras got miles on their own. They shut off and come back on whenever they feel like it. The gym, I think the gym is haunted.
Right. And Maxwell, you didn't have to leave because I called out the different times. You could have just came up. Listen, I say what I say with my chest, and that's why I'm telling y'all I don't have no fake pages. I even got a freaking verified check mark. That's my government name up there. It is what it is. Because I'm not afraid of you or nobody else. I'm not going to disrespect you. That's just not how I am. You can come up here and respectfully tell your point of view, and I can point out why I believe what I believe. You can tell me about the paper, what you saw in the paperwork, and I can show you what I saw in the paperwork. Just like I showed the other lady the other day. We can do this. It needs to be done. I need to understand why y'all believe so strongly that it was an accident. Because right now I don't understand. And if you're going to be hiding fake pages and anonymous pages, we'll never take you serious. I already told you that Jay and I, the Truth Gang, are dedicated
On the truth.
to following the truth wherever it may go.
And that's why we hate it.
And that's why we're hated. Because we don't care who it exposes. As long as we get to the truth out there and the truth that will happen to KJ, I don't care who it exposes. I don't have no selective outrage. I'm outraged that this kid passed away and it was unalived at Lowndes County High School. That's what I'm mad about.
What the world?
MB wants to know, am I trans? No, ma'am. Or sir, I'm a woman. I got two boys and I'm married to a man. I got I still got all them things. Even though I went through menopause. That's not even to me, that's not even an insult. God bless the trans. At this point, I don't hate nobody. So no, respectfully, I'm not. Now, if you say something else slick at the mouth, I'm going to ban you. So please tread lightly, MB. That's right, tell him, Christina. Am I trans? Come on. Her and old strong something else. Her and old strong.
They must like ask the person beside you. You talking me or you talking about the background person?
Listen. Are you talking about Jay Young 9? He is not trans. Come on. There's nothing that gives trans off about my nephew. Nothing. That's hilarious.
They might be talking about Jaguar in the background or something.
Jag is not. That's Jaguar Wright.
They got to be talking about.
That's Jaguar Wright. And Jaguar Wright is absolutely not trans. Stop it.
Yeah, come
on. You're distracting the whole conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. They took me somewhere else. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. Definitely a troll. Definitely a troll. Troll on. The podcast person that you thought was Lily. Oh, Lee Touchton or Ann. I don't know, guys. Girl, we know Kanisha Sanders. We know. And we so these days we got a little tough skin because we've been getting the most. Every day we've been getting the most, thrown at us. So listen, tough skin here.
I guess I got these dreads from nigga look good. The motherfucker talking about, God dang, that's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Me neither. I think something is fishy. The fake pages are crazy. I don't trust those fake pages. Too many people are doing that now just to bring a distraction to justice. I agree, Matthew James. And again, Auntie doesn't have another page. I don't have a second page. You guys should know by now. You've been following me for some months that if I have anything to say, it would be from my verified page. It would be from me. I don't care about what I'm going to get hit with or what accusations or how I'm going to get dogged out. Right. I'm going to say it.
I don't have no fake pages either.
I don't even have pages to go look at people that block me because I don't care. I don't know what they say. People send me what they say, and I'm just like shaking my head. It's not that's my focus is not on people. My focus is on Kendrick Johnson and the rest of the victims.
And also, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Jay.
And also, too, if they had footage following KJ that entire day when he went missing, then they should also have footage following Brian Bell when he went to his weight training class and even class two, if it was in the same place Kendrick's case was at. If so, and it doesn't show him leaving that class while KJ was going to class, he hid somewhere waiting until KJ got nearby.
That is a great possibility, Kai. I swear to God, because they did not tell us. I actually found that in the schedules that, excuse me, that Brian Bell and Ryan Hall was leaving weight class from the field house. That's third block, while KJ was on his way to weight class in the field house, third block. So they had to have passed some kind of way. Well, it's possible that they passed each other. So I agree with you, Kai. It's so much footage, I'm still looking. Hi. Love them all, Murray. Happy Easter to you as well. He has risen. Guys, we are over time. No, we got 10 more minutes for our 2-hour mark. Drop your questions. We got 10 minutes, guys. Drop your questions. I'm still looking for the footage, and I'm gonna drop some more footage for you guys to look at too, because I can't look through all that footage by myself. I need the detectives. I need the truth gang detectives on this case with us. And guys, when I say be open-minded and just report what you see, I want you to no longer have tunnel vision.
He said, birds of a feather flock together, so all those with the fake pages are from the same group of people. There's not one shred of insight in this case that screams and answers it to me.
But let me ask you this. When did the fake pages about Auntie Leah start popping up? What happened right before that? Ask yourself that. When did those start popping up? They didn't exist.
Hey, you know what? It was already pages, but it seemed like it
I'm
multiplied.
talking about of me.
I'm talking about it was multiple
It was
pages.
multiple fake pages.
Came
Yes.
after the big blowout, the
Mm-hmm.
version everybody said, it's like more fake pages were created. So y'all ask yourself that. Like I say, that's why I say you gotta. And when it comes to this case, everything that's going on, y'all just gotta question, keep questioning.
Right. And I'm going to ask you not to have tunnel vision with this. I mean, be open to whatever you find. Be open to whatever you find. Because tunnel vision has hindered the investigation. I ain't going to lie.
Badly.
For KJ, for Kendrick Johnson, the son of Jackie Johnson and Mr. Kenneth L. Johnson Sr., we're not taking away that his kid, I mean, their kid, that is most definitely, absolutely, 100%, 1000% their child. But a crime was committed.
Okay,
And,
how TV said, I'll help you look through the footage. LOL.
okay. All right, so I have dropped some footage on my page, Kai. Go look through it. Because there's no way for me to be, the files are so big, most of them, that I can't upload the files to Facebook or YouTube. They have to be cut and broken down in sections so I can make videos for you to look at. So I've been heavily distracted this week with this big ass Rick Bell. Everybody wants swear in God as Rick Bell, and I am not going to argue about that no more, man. If you
True
think it
gang.
is, right, Truth Grand. If you think it's him, okay, God bless you. That's fine. But I know for a fact that we done went through that. Ain't no way, man. Come on, just go back and watch the replay. I broke it all down. Ain't no way. So go ahead.
Christina say who was advocating online before you two all these years.
We're not gonna take away from what the Johnsons were doing.
It was people talking about it and stuff like that. From the years that I've been around, I haven't seen nobody go into like depth
And
as far as the evidence wise. But you had plenty of people on social media talking about it and stuff like that.
people would not tell the truth. Actually, let's be real. It was always the Matt boy, the accident. Was it an accident or was it murder? Something like that. But nobody that really put the evidence out there and broke it down to where where the audience can really see and understand what was going on.
I haven't
Right?
seen it now.
Nobody was doing that. And then I'll just be honest. It was me at first, and then a op came, and that person did take the attention off what I was doing and what I was dropping. You know, and it is what it is. It was allowed to happen. You got to ask yourself why. You got to ask yourself why was it allowed to happen, right? Think you got to think past what you see. You gotta think past what you see. Why were why was Jay and I discredited? Why were we made to be made out to be like we're oppositions when we were not from the beginning?
I mean,
Why was the
it
other
wasn't
person embraced?
it wasn't nothing that could be proven that we was against anybody.
Oh, the evidence doesn't. There's nothing that points to
Like,
that.
like you can go through all of the lies that we have done. You'll see we acknowledge people, even when we felt like they was wrong. We still
Hmm.
acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
And still do
show
today.
show evidence and proof that I've been there in physical form. I mean, I don't know. I could have showed you cash apps when I done donated.
I could have too.
Events that I paid to go to. You know, I could have showed all that. If nothing that besides the narrative of she told y'all. I don't recall.
Shut up, Ida. Because I don't recall. Hell.
But I mean the thing that they I mean that people keep gaslighting is oh she said yeah, she told y'all to stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing this, but the question was never thought of. Oh, why would a person want this people that shine a light and want justice for their child to stop?
Right, because of a song of music, or every once in a while, an AI photo, or whatever. The video distorts the way Kendrick looked. Why? The message is important. People didn't look like that. All people look at is that's their child. You're being disrespectful. She asked you to stop, but nobody said why. I wasn't lying on nothing I was putting out. I was actually educating because I'm a natural teacher.
But
Natural teacher.
and just the shoot down that couldn't have been the cause is the fact that the source actually used AI pics too, and the source have actually played other people's songs that have made songs about them in their background and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a person that every post they be posted, they put a song or put a song up on a post about them. So that lets you know by itself that
It
that
was a
wasn't the
biased
case.
decision.
It
It
wasn't the
definitely
case.
was a. It wasn't the case. Let's call it spade a spade. It was a biased decision.
It was just something to put out there to make it seem like
Let
a problem. That's all it
let
was.
let's call a spade a spade. It was Operation Stop the Truth. It was Operation Stop the Truth. Period.
You know,
Because
that goes
Operation Stop the Truth is they have somebody who's gonna put out the truth no matter where it goes. Operation Stop the Truth. That's why we call it Truth Gang. Period. Because we don't care where it lead. It can lead in anybody's backyard. We're gonna bring it up. And we're gonna ask the questions. We want to know why. It's Operation Stop the Truth from coming out, and our operation is Operation Destroy Tunnel Vision. Because Tunnel Vision has gotten its family not what they needed and what they wanted in 13 years. Yes, so I want to know about the other names in the file. Absolutely do. I want to know about the other 5 suspects that was listed in the deposition. I haven't even brought that up yet because I don't have their names. I'm contemplating. I know if I put something out like that, then it's gonna be a full on war against me again. And I'm human.
I'm be
I'm
honest with y'all. Y'all waiting for something like that. You probably get it from me before until later.
Yeah, because I be thinking about everything. I think about stuff too much. I think about the implicate. I mean, what would it do? I think about things for a long time, and I pray about things for a long time before I drop them. But then God just say drop them because maybe He's tired of certain things only being put out in the public, not knowing the full truth about whatever that has came up in the case.
KTV, I'm pretty sure they have a I'm pretty sure they have a map layout. I think they have a map layout to every school. It's,
Yes.
for safety reasons, especially like storms or fires, and stuff like that. So they gotta have on them layouts like that.
Yep.
Even
Oh,
before we got,
I agree that they've been attacked. Absolutely, Matthew. I've seen it.
yeah, about even before y'all, you and we the people have always attacked the Johnsons or anyone who told the truth about this case.
I agree. But the Johnson's the one that attacked us. Now I'm not gonna say Johnson's in plural because there's one person who's not. Um, Mr. Johnson, I've never seen publicly attack us. He's the only one, really. But it's not really about this. It's about justice for Kendrick. I'm hoping all that stuff died down. Honestly, I don't know if we can ever make amends. At that point, I've accepted the fact that we probably can't. Now, me, I'm a forgiving person. I'll forgive anybody. I just how I am. I'm not gullible. But when it comes to forgiveness, I'm that person. Because I don't want anything in my heart against anybody. Because that would affect a lot of things in your life when you harbor anything in your heart. My nephew on the other hand wants to let loose, but I thank God
I I
that.
I, I forgive, but when it's like it's like you a hill,
Hmm.
and you keep climbing it, climbing it, and I let you slide. But then once you get over the hill, it's no coming back for that. So that's why I say if y'all waiting on anything, it would probably be me, the one that would do it because like I say, I feel like things it went too far of the sake of speaking up for ourselves. I mean, we didn't bash nobody. We didn't go below the belt. We ain't go digging none of that. So um,
Yeah, your past was brought up, and I didn't respect that at all.
yeah, it's cool though.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it absolutely isn't. Because my mind would never go there. My mind would never go there. I'm just a different type of person, man. I just can't fathom the attack. But at the end of the day, I thank the Lord for you listening to me as your elder. I am your elder. You don't listen all the time. You be trying to tell me take something down. I be like, no, respectfully. But for the most part, get what does that mean? Anyway, for the most part, you you do listen to me, and I thank God for that because this thing could have been bigger than what it was. It could have been worse than what it was, but you listen to me. You listen to my advice, and I thank you for that. And I also listen to his guys. Don't get me wrong. He keeps me grounded. Uh, I can say that the friendship that or connection that we had was must have been God because God knew I was gonna need somebody help me stay sane in this fight for justice for this kid that has man. Why haven't this kid received justice for 13 years, nephew? We'll get to that. That's what we're digging for. We're digging for. And I'm sorry, I don't recall. It's not an answer.
Can I give my opinion?
No, because I
Oh,
know that you about to go left, and I'm not ready for you to go left.
uh,
Okay?
okay.
All right.
Let me say when you listen to Erica talk about this case, she talks like she don't have no faith in getting justice for KJ.
She
And
don't.
with that, we gonna talk about that another time.
No, I'm gonna acknowledge that.
No,
Alleged.
cause that's saying I want to just speak on my chest and be.
Okay, we'll go.
Nah, I'm gonna let you go. I ain't gonna do it right here. Let's go ahead.
May. Just all I gotta say to that right there is don't forget it. Don't let that feeling go. Always be observant.
Yeah,
That's all
perfect,
I'm gonna say.
perfect answer. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Either May. Well, we digging now. We digging. We digging.
Man, we don't find all types. We're gonna find all types of gold.
Mm-hmm.
If we getting paid off, that's how we getting paid off by digging, finding gold, and go turn it in this gold.
And I don't care who it is, too. I keep saying that because at the end of the day, it is about Kendrick Johnson. Kendrick Johnson. Kendrick Johnson. Kendrick Johnson. Kendrick Johnson. Don't tell me that it's about Jackie Johnson. Because I'm just going to say, respectfully, it's about Kendrick Johnson. Don't tell me it's about Kenyatta Johnson. Respectfully, I'm going to say it's about Kendrick Johnson. Do not tell me it's about Mr. Kenneth Johnson. Respectfully, I'm going to say it is about Kendrick Johnson. And that's not disrespectful. Because so many people have came against this right here. They've been attacked. They've been discredited. They've been abused. And they walked away because of it. Why? Ask
Time after
yourself why.
time after time after time after time after time.
Why?
This is nothing new. What
Right.
what y'all seeing? What's going on over there? It's nothing new.
Mm-mm.
Everybody, people that's louder than this, people that's got way more power than this.
Way more views than I do. I mean, I don't get nothing. I mean, my platform was cut down. I wasn't me making a lot of money from Kendrick Johnson, but I was making enough, like a $200 to $300 a month, to be able to pay for at least the tools that I needed to continue making the videos and doing the research and doing all that. But now, out of pure evilness and intention, it's all stopped because the very person that I set up to help destroyed me. But God, my platform will come back. It's beginning to pick up a little bit, you know. It's beginning, you know, to increase, but it's like slash, you know, to the point where I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay for StreamYard next month, but I'm going to trust God. We can go live on the free version. I don't know how that works, nephew. But we're going to make it do what it do. We're going to make it do what it do. I seen so much evidence today of Lounge High in 2013 of timestamps, confusion, and everything. Brian Bell going in the gym, that Brandon Bell going in the gym, peeping to check if KJ was there, all in there. All this can be legit proof that they were following him. True. And more people joined trying to watch KJ. I saw one time something at 1:26 p.m. KJ walking in the hallway and a muscular white male looking like a wrestler or football player looking back at Kendrick. He was being watched all day by multiple people. I believe that. I had a source come to me that was in the same class as Kendrick that said Kendrick was not himself that day. He didn't even play basketball in their gym class that day. He normally plays basketball with everybody, but Kendrick was sitting against the wall.
He knew
Like,
something. He already knew something was up.
you can feel that. God will warn you. He probably knew. And that breaks me, man. That breaks me. And I know it breaks the Johnsons. I know it does. Yes, everything under the sun happens for a reason. It was meant to happen. She's always laughing when she's talking about the case. I'm looking like, what's damn funny? It's weird. Nothing's funny. Redania, nothing's funny at all. That's crazy, but that's who they want to speak for them. Why? That's a good question to even make, because I wanted to know the same thing. I mean, I can say a lot of things that was told to me about E. I got phone call, inboxes about E, but I can't say that. I can't say what it is.
I know.
I'm pretty sure the people have heard it, but I'm not gonna, say it on my platform.
Right.
Weird to me, absolutely. A while ago, she posted a live talking about being in a group with Lowndes County and overhearing some white guys talking about the case. I think she feels guilty about something, and that's why she wants to post about the case after all this time. Could be. It could be many things. I have my perception of what it is. I've said it. I can't keep saying it though, but I've said it. Let me see. It's just a setback for a comeback. Keep pushing for justice. We definitely gonna push justice for Kendrick Johnson. And again, KJ. And the fact that one key piece of evidence that they wanted to make sure that they got was KJ's phone tells me that there was some kind of communication with him from the alleged killers days leading up to him being killed, and they did not want that key evidence to get out. Who was they, Kai? Kai, you need to hit the link, buddy. One day hit the link. Tell us what you know, because you know a lot. This the same guy from a few weeks ago. Jay, remember? He was telling the one in the green shirt, isn't that you? When he said I was there. I was in the green shirt
Oh,
playing basketball. That's
this guy? Oh, this guy?
yeah.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
Yep. Well, it looks like him. I don't know if it's true or not. Lord forgive me, but it looks like his name was Kai, but no, his name was Tay. So it's not. I apologize, Kai TV. May, yep. We girl, if you don't get off my Eda May, stop. I ain't supposed to be laughing on this platform right now. Theo, what's understood doesn't need to be explained anymore, guys. Let's keep moving forward because we can't look back. I got you on that, baby. And on that note, we live tomorrow. We out of here today. Thank y'all for kicking it with us for over 2 hours. I appreciate you. Yeah, I realize that. Auntie, I'm 51, even though somebody said that I look 71 on her platform when she was trying to troll and roast me. I don't wear no makeup, okay? I don't even get my eyelashes and stuff done. I do want my eyebrows done. They wild as hell. But I'm not 71, and I know good and well I don't look 71 years old, okay? And I didn't lie about my age. I'm 51 years old. Here's my wrinkles. Y'all see it. Turkey neck. I'm 51 years old. And sometimes, and I don't like to quote things from my mind because as you get older, you'll see that your memory is not. It starts to fade a little bit. It really does. So I don't like to post things without double checking. Eda May, if you don't stop it in these comments, nobody pissing you off. Both of me, I say all four, and more of y'all are speaking and hollering for justice, and all y'all seems to have the same goal, and that's justice. So all y'all are doing exceptional work on this case. Keep on pressing, digging, and digging. Justice is coming. I agree, Anonymous. When I was referring today, I was referring to everyone who was covering it up, and I believe absolutely 100% that they covering it up. Listen, we got to go to work tomorrow, guys. We got to go to work. So with that being said, we're going to roll out with our anthem. We're going to roll out with our anthem. What's our anthem? Here we are.
That gas.
Same views.
93.
It's truth.
Put them fists down there, man. True game. Put them fists in the comments.
Truth, gang.
True gang.
Hey, baby. Got them fists.
Truth, gang.
True gang.
Truth, gang. Truth, gang. Truth, gang.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break.
Truth, gang.
Every lie getting exposed in they face.
No fear,
every last one of them.
silence. We applying that pressure. If it's dark, we shine a light. We uncover whatever. Truth, gang.
We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't bend.
Truth, gang.
We going all the way to the end.
No matter where the road take us, we stand 10 toes down. It's the truth, gang.
We want the truth.
Hey.
We want the
want-
Come on, somebody. Bring them fists up, baby. Bring them fists up, y'all.
The truth.
We want the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
We don't move our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah, we double check that. If it don't add up, then we questioning it.
We question.
If it's hidden in the dark, we addressing it. They want silence,
Peace,
they
y'all.
want fear,
Good night.
they want control. They want narratives pushed that we don't expose. But we build different, yeah, we cut from truth. We don't buy the pressure, we don't water down proof. We ain't running from them but a lie. And when we do run, we running towards the truth. No hesitation, no fear in the booth. We tasting like we breaking through. We don't fall, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face. We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
They quiet when it matter, but we loud for them. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for them. They want to check, try to settle pain. But we want truth, we want real name. Ain't no healing if the truth hit. Ain't no peace if they slide it. They politics trying to twist the story, but we 10 toes, yeah, we fight for it.
Stand on it, no matter where we going. No matter what it costs, we showing. Truth over everything we chosen. Truth.
Hey.
straight. Truth gang, every lie getting exposed in their face.
No fear, no silence, we applying that pressure. If it's dark, we shining light, we uncover whatever.
We want the truth.
We want the truth, guys.
And
We'll
nothing
see y'all.
But the truth.
Nothing but the truth. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Peace and love.
Good night. Love y'all, man.